Welcome to As the Pole Turns, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my wife, Leslie. And tonight we are here with two young ladies from somewhere here in the valley. If you want to meet them, you're going to have to find them, guys. We have Aqua and we have Celine. Woo! So, what brought you guys into this business? What happened? How did it all come to be?
Well,
Wait, first, you ladies are here together.
Yes.
So you're friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So did you
Besties.
meet in the industry or were you friends prior?
Yeah.
You met in the
I think
industry?
we started like really close in time to one another.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
exactly.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, proceed. Sorry.
But so what got me into the business was it was my 21st birthday. I was so drunk. I had like
Late bloomer, huh?
I had jungle juice and all that.
Nice.
my
Nice.
God. People were just feeding
So you
me
were in it.
bottles. Yeah. It was at my house. I had like a little party, and then
Nice.
they invited a stripper. Like, and I had no idea that she was gonna be there. She was
Have
one
you
of my
ever had any experience with strippers prior to
No.
that? No. Okay.
No, it like blew my mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to her. Yeah, so it was one of my friends. So she invited her, and she was dancing for me, and I was like, this is lit. At the end of the night, we were all plastered, just laying everywhere. Everybody was sleeping. There was like 50 people there. And we woke up in the morning. She like took me and my friend to like breakfast. We like ordered everything on the menu.
Oh, she stayed the night?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like it was like morning to morning.
Okay, got you.
Damn, that's a party.
So yeah, it was one hell of a party.
Yeah, so it was
Got
like we didn't
Best
really. We
21st
slept like 2
birthday ever.
hours. Yeah, it was
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. But yeah, so she took us to breakfast and she like bought us everything, and I was like, like I've never seen this before.
Right.
I was just like amazed. And before then, I would be like, I would never be a stripper. But yeah.
But
she,
it
like,
was just something about
she
her
inspired
that
me, yeah.
really
she inspired me.
lit a fire for
And,
you.
yeah, and she took me to work with her in Denver. That's where I'm from.
Okay, so you,
So
you
wait,
started
so you
in
like
another state.
befriended? You
Yeah.
befriended her, and you
Yeah.
guys like
Yeah.
she took you and like taught you. So
Yeah,
was she
she
like
was,
a
like,
mentor to you
kind
and
of.
all that?
Yeah, kind of.
Nice.
I kind of learned by myself, but she definitely put me on. And yeah, so I worked in Denver for a little while.
Nice.
And I moved out here 3 years
How
ago.
are the clubs in Denver?
Yeah.
They're okay.
Really?
They're okay.
They're okay.
That didn't sound real convincing.
No.
Now, how about you? How'd you get into the business?
Well, I started in OnlyFans originally because I was doing modeling.
Ooh,
Okay.
But
nice.
I didn't do like the whole porn thing on OnlyFans. I did more like, photography that you couldn't post on Instagram because it would go
Right.
against the guidelines.
Okay.
And so I
right.
do that for a little monthly subscription, sell some little pictures here and there of just like photography stuff I've done.
Do you
and
still do
then-
that?
No, I got
No, it's just
I
no.
got banned from OnlyFans. I'm still not sure why to this day.
Fuck yeah.
Banned?
I have like contacted and emailed I don't even know how many people, but banned, yeah.
They banned
They
you
banned
from
Banned me and
OnlyFans?
took my money too. Like never there was no
Ooh.
option to get my money.
Should
Like
try
I
again.
just social security, email anytime I log in. Like I can't even have an account. Like not even to sell content. I can't have one.
Damn,
I
girl,
mean, like,
what'd you do?
Again.
well, I have no. Like I did it like probably 6 months ago, and no, still nothing.
Yeah, I was locked out of mine.
And
But you weren't like posting against community guidelines.
I didn't think there was community
I don't know
guidelines.
anything about
Guidelines.
OnlyFans. Pardon
Really,
my
it was just
ignorance.
photography stuff. So like I don't.
Right.
Like I barely even had like, and I don't even think I ever had any like real nipples showing. So like,
Oh, okay. I see.
I just don't know how much you could ban from that.
Okay.
Considering some of the stuff I've heard happens on OnlyFans, that's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. And I heard I was I was into OnlyFans before it became a big deal, before it was in the songs. And so I think once it blew up, like maybe they kicked off some original people. I'm not really sure what happened.
Right.
Again, I
Okay.
don't really know.
Gotcha.
Nobody ever gave me a good explanation.
You ever
Okay,
work?
so-
You ever work outside the valley?
Like,
Wait, we're
dancing
jumping
wise?
forward. So didn't we? You said you were doing OnlyFans, and then what happens?
Right. And so then they cut me out from that, and so I was like, all right, well, I'm in college. I didn't really need like dancer money, but I was already involved in a
What are you going to
lifestyle like where I
college
knew
for?
dancers,
Sorry.
business entrepreneurship,
Ooh,
and
nice.
fashion design. So
Ooh, like it.
I
Okay.
make some clothes here and there.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sorry.
No,
Go
no,
on.
it's okay.
I'll probably interrupt a lot. Sorry.
Where were we?
We were talking about you stopped OnlyFans and then you were going to college
Right. Okay.
and you
so,
were what got you into dancing?
So yeah, I just after that I knew a lot of people already in the industry and they kind of
Like you had friends that were dancers.
that were dancers
Okay.
or OnlyFans. Like
Everybody's a dancer.
you know, so
Well, some of them know.
Is that
and
what it
some-
is?
What?
Like everybody's a dancer nowadays. Is
There's
that
a lot
really?
of dancers.
See, when I
There-
used to dance, it wasn't like you knew a lot of people. Like it wasn't a lot of.
Like being from Denver, like when I come out here and I notice things, like I feel like there's a lot of dancers out here. It's not
Okay.
a problem. We're making money out here.
Well, you know, there's like 5 million people in this valley, so
Yeah.
I guess the
A lot of
ratio
people.
kind of
I guess you're right. Yeah.
kind of levels out on that one. Yeah, because there is a lot of clubs out here. I don't know how
Yeah.
many clubs, but there's a lot of clubs
Yeah.
out here.
There are quite a few in the valley, and that's
More than 10, yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
absolutely, more
absolutely.
than 10.
Some of them
yeah.
better than others.
Yeah.
there's a
Um,
lot of them out here.
Yeah.
Some bigger than others.
Like-
See, where I'm
35.
from, you had the 2 clubs in the town that was local to me, unless you went to Daytona Beach. And then there was like 3 in Daytona Beach at that time.
no, there
there wasn't a
you
tremendous
had
amount.
you had lollipops, Molly Browns, the
Yeah,
shark
oh,
topic,
Shark.
the
Oh,
pink
that's
pony,
right. You're right,
the
you're
pink
right.
pony.
The pink
I
pony?
forgot
Woo!
about Sharks was the worst.
That place.
Wait,
the-
we don't want to talk
that?
trash. I don't want to talk trash about
okay,
it.
you're right, you're
I
right,
don't
you're
want
right,
to talk
you're right.
trash because they
Pink
are
pony.
what
Pink
they
pony's
are.
where you went for extras. That's
Extras.
Witty.
I think it's called
We're not
something.
talking about
the
that
only
now.
reason I brought it, I said that is because it's now known as something else. I'm
Okay,
pretty sure.
well that's not hard to find.
Um,
That's so funny.
Sorry.
so how long have you guys been in the business?
This is maybe my 4th year.
4th year.
Okay.
Do you care to
On the
disclose your
same.
age or no?
Yeah, I'm 24.
24. Gorgeous. Okay, and you, darling?
Also going on 4 years, and I am 23, turning 24 in 1 week.
Ooh, what's your
Uh-oh.
birthday? What day?
April
Big Taurus.
23rd.
Nice.
Are you working on your birthday or are you partying?
No, I'm not working on my birthday because I have a nail appointment.
Wait, the nail appointment negates working? Is that what you said?
Well,
On
on
She
my
my
needs to be
birthday.
pampered.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Spa
Princess.
day.
It's with my mom too, so
Nice.
I just asked
Birthday
because
day.
some girls, they feel like they go in on their birthday and the DJ shouts
Look,
them out
man,
and it's their
I
birthday.
danced on my
and
birthday
You
and
could
I
possibly make a lot of
We'll
money.
still do that on my birthday weekend, though. You know.
I forgot
Yeah.
it's a whole. You get
It
a
is
whole
a whole
weekend.
weekend, yeah.
I forgot. You get a
I
whole
still
weekend.
get a, and if it falls on like a Thursday, you get like a whole week.
Yeah.
Like you have a birthday week. It's
See, mine's on a Tuesday, so I feel like
You get a
Tuesday,
whole
yeah, I
fucking
get a
birthday
whole
week. Yeah, fuck
nobody
that.
celebrates on a
You
Tuesday.
can do the. You can technically do the weekend before and have a pre-birthday,
Yeah.
and then the whole week, and then do the weekend following and make that the birthday.
So
week.
it's basically just a
Weekend.
birthday
Month.
month.
It's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's
Serve the
like
whole
seven
month.
7 days is fair. I think it's
one present for the start of each week.
There you go.
There you go.
What a birthday.
Kind of like
Yeah.
Hanukkah, birthday
Is that
Hanukkah.
what you're getting?
Yeah, that is what I'm doing right now.
So, going back to starting in the business and all that, what was the first night like for you guys? Like the
Oh my
first
God,
night,
that was horrible.
you go in, you audition,
no.
you get hired. What's the first night like?
Oh.
Where to even begin?
gosh.
Wow. Okay, I have a great one. Oh, this is just fabulous. So, I didn't know anybody that was gonna be working there. At least I thought I didn't know anyone. And so I walk into said location and I'm like nervous, like I'm like jittery, you know, like I think I'm shaking like a little.
You didn't
swab a
know
little bit.
anybody.
I had never. I bought
my
my
gosh.
heels and went straight to my audition. I'd never even tried them on. So and to top it off, I got 9
Kudos
inches.
to you for that.
I got 9-inch heels made
Oh
for
Lord,
my audition.
girl, go for it.
9 heels.
9 inches. That's like as basically as tall as you can go. And I was like, you know, I didn't even know that there was.
You're athletic.
I didn't even know, you know. So hold on.
You can do it.
What are those that you have on? Which those fucking boots are so hot, by the way.
8.
8 inches. Now that gives you 8-inch lift, like you're 8 inches taller than what you really are.
Yeah.
It's not that your toes are at an 8-inch.
Mm-mm.
like
No,
No,
it's
because
like
the
angle.
platform's really
Okay.
high.
yeah,
These ones are
Wow.
actually more comfortable, I think, than the
because you have
smaller
like less
heels
of an
because you
arch.
have more of a platform.
Yeah.
So
Anyways,
that's
okay, sorry.
Let's, I'm a little clumsy though. I don't wear those.
Really? Yeah.
Navigate back. Okay.
I used to wear.
So I walk in. I walk in and I meet the manager and I see a friend from high school as I'm meeting the manager.
Nice.
She goes, "Oh, I know this girl. You know what? She's got daddy issues just like me."
Oh,
And I was
oh
like,
fuck! She threw you out there just like that.
and mind you, I'm just like,
Damn, girl.
Crazy.
"Wow."
Yeah.
Okay,
0 to 100.
that was
Don't-
like, hold
don't
on,
bruise
let's
me at all.
rewind. Like my name is Celine. I'm gonna go by Celine.
Hate me
Trying to
girls at the
audition.
strip club.
And that was how my first night originally just started out, and so then it was all downhill from there.
But when you got on stage, like you had never, like, how was your first pole experience? Because dancing around a pole is a different. You can't just get on stage and just walk around the pole like you know what you're doing. Like
Yeah.
it's a different. You have to. For me, somebody showed me, so I couldn't imagine if nobody showed me how I would go about knowing how to do that. So how was your process of learning the walk?
I had a
Just
pole,
watching or what?
I had a pole before I started. So,
Ooh,
So you got some
so you
practice
had
in.
some.
yeah, I was already
you
interested in
leveled up
just
a
like
little bit.
the love of dancing. Like I've been dancing
Mhm.
my whole life, so the
Okay.
love of
Okay.
dancing, gymnastics, kind of brought me to pole art, anyways.
Right.
Which all kind of led into me becoming a dancer too, because I was already interested in the art form.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I had a little bit of practice, but I'm not gonna say I was a professional. I never tried on heels before.
Right. Yeah. That's a whole different level of getting
I
used to it.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Still don't know how y'all do it.
Well.
It hurts.
Yeah,
I can
it's a whole
imagine.
level of getting used to.
What about you? What was your first night like in Denver?
I had my friends with me, so we
Little-
were all kind of like,
Okay.
we went in as a group, and like they showed me around and showed me what to do. It was slow. Like
So they
Denver's
had
all slow.
those girls had already worked there.
Yeah.
And they were kind of bringing you in.
Mhm.
Okay, so what was your first night like here in the valley where you came in not knowing anybody?
I don't remember that day.
You don't remember
That's
the
how my
day.
first day would be too if I had to become a stripper. I wouldn't remember any of it.
Yeah, I don't remember too much of any of mine, really.
Some things are just unforgettable. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, actually, like the first like month I was here, I was making a lot of money. Like we had $2 bills.
Yes, the infamous $2 bills.
Yes.
Wonder where those are.
You know, I miss them.
I miss them.
If you know,
Good,
you know.
good luck finding them now, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But no, I was making like thousands on stage. I didn't even know about like anything else.
Nice.
I didn't do any dances. They were all just throwing money on stage. I sucked. Like I was kind of thicker back then.
So did you have anybody teach you like the game, or did you just kind of figure out how to play it?
Honestly, like I've had mentors. Yeah,
Right.
I've had mentors.
Give you lots of tips
Yeah,
and
other
shit like that.
dancers.
Because
Putting me on.
that seems to be like a reoccurring theme here is
Yeah.
the hustle. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of girls
It's a verbal game.
come in and they think it's about dancing and really it's
Really
about
deeper.
the
Yeah.
hustle.
lot.
It's a lot deeper than that.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, do you, when you have a customer come in and you sit and talk with him for a minute, you may have a drink or whatever, and do you kind of read him and find out what he's into and role play into that, or do you just do you and be who you are?
I'm actually more like be who I am by.
Yeah.
Which it's like a gift and a curse.
Yeah,
If you like me,
I get that.
You like me.
Yeah.
And if you don't like me, you don't.
right.
You know,
Yeah,
like I'm always authentic. I don't like to.
love that.
I'm pretty good at acting, I guess, a little
Right.
bit. But like role play, you have
Now,
to
if
like
he
you gotta take role play somewhere more private.
You got to quit with that Good lord.
I vet them out.
You what?
I vet them out and I see the vibe. And
Yeah.
kind of take it that way. Yeah.
Okay. So like if they request something, would you role play into that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And how about you, Celine?
Like, wait.
She said she
Role
started it with a laugh.
We'll see.
Role
Yeah,
play,
it's-
like fetishes, role play, like
We'll
that's-
see. First.
Well, I mean, you know, whatever you're,
Is that what you're like referring
whatever, however you want to think of
to?
it.
Like VIP.
I think
Yeah.
she's more talking about like, because I've given girls that are really new to this advice sometimes of, you know, you have 5 minutes to figure a customer out, find out what he's into,
Oh.
and kind of become that.
Mhm.
Or he might find it somewhere else. Some girls
Yeah.
have a personality where they can just kind of overpower the guy and
Yeah.
he's into her because
Yeah.
she's making it that way.
Okay.
But girls that are kind of like fresh and new to this, like sometimes you have to play a part. Or if you're one of those girls, we won't mention any names, who's real just loud and obnoxious and nobody can really stand to talk to them.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Right.
Can we pause for just a second and open that vent and maybe get some of the stuff in here so it's not.
It is open.
It is open all the way?
Yes, both
Oh
sides.
fuck. Never mind.
Both sides.
Big.
Never mind. There will be no pause.
What are these called?
That
What
is
are
called-
these called?
This-
They're actually.
This is made by Packwoods,
Is that a
and
blunt or a joint?
that was a joint, a pre-rolled joint, and
Okay, great.
I
Um,
love when joints have the glass.
yeah,
the glass
got a,
tip.
That,
Yeah.
it was really smooth. For,
that was a 2 grammer. It's called a heavy, is what it says on the bottle.
Now,
And
does it have the stuff on the outside of
yes,
it? Did it?
on the outside and the inside. So
Oh, fuck.
they take the
We finna be
buds,
high as
they
well.
take the buds and they put them on a tray and they put them under a heat lamp.
Is that he told you this is? What
Yeah,
they
this
do?
the guy who owns the company gave me these blunts and joints, and that's what we're smoking. Packwoods
Where'd you meet
um,
them?
at a club.
Oh, okay.
So they take the buds and they put them on a tray and they put like that wax on it, and then they put it under a heat lamp so the wax like melts into the weed,
Oh fuck.
and then they break it up by
What was
hand.
the one that I gave you?
Oh, the other one with the glass tip. Remember that you put it
Oh, that
inside
was
of
from you.
that? Yeah, Aqua.
Caviar.
It's Aqua's
It was
customer that
caviar.
owns that company.
Yeah, I think
Nice.
she just gave me some samples, so I gave one to Chris.
Fuck yeah. I like samples.
Yeah, I was like, here.
I
And
like
then they
any
put
kind
the
of weed.
keef
For you.
on the outside.
You cough a lot, but you know, I mean, that's just what he does.
Fucked up.
I try not to cough so much, but you know.
So
You gotta let it out.
when you guys, that's right.
Yeah, I try to.
When you guys
Hold it
came
over.
into the business, I've worked in clubs
I'm sorry.
that are
I'm high
kind
as a
of
motherfucker.
yeah, me too. I'm
This
fucking
joint got
stoned.
me right now.
I feel good.
Did you run into any like hazing or any of that shit
Ooh,
in
fucking
the dressing
hazing.
room? Because I've worked at clubs where girls like get bullied out on their first night.
No.
The other girls like gang up on them and fuck with them. And then I've worked at clubs where the locker room is just like, hello, welcome to our club.
Welcome.
Okay, I don't know if they're dramatically that nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had any club be dramatically
Nobody
that
ever
No?
fuck with your shit.
nice. No, I've never
No.
had anyone mess with my stuff. No,
I've
never
seen
had any
it. Girls'
problem.
makeup and
I mean, I did have one girl get mad at me one time, but like she was just having a moment, you know. It's like
Sure.
she's just having a moment.
we all have moments.
I mean,
She has a
for
lot.
sure.
She had a lot of moments, but like, you know, just happened to get caught in one of them. That's the only time I've ever had an issue with anyone in the club, really. Like,
Well, you went into
So
the
you,
club
like-
the first time with people you knew.
Yeah,
So-
but there's also girls that like obviously were jealous or like felt some type of way that we were new girls.
Well, nobody likes the new girl.
At the club that I
Yeah,
worked at,
I'm
we
really
didn't
kinda-
have lockers. You brought your shit to and from every
Yeah.
Just
day.
bags
I
laying
feel
around.
bad.
And then you went in and it was just a counter with mirrors and lights. And you set your makeup shit down wherever you sat. And then you kept it there for the duration.
Did
And
you have
then
vanities?
it was like mirror. It was like a mirror. It was like, it wasn't, I mean, it was like, you know, like it wasn't great. I mean, it wasn't like the greatest club in the world, you know.
All clubs have vanities.
Yeah, it was basically the full length mirror, but turned horizontally. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, so we would leave our shit out, you know, and hopefully nobody would fuck with it. I mean, I never had my shit fucked with, but I can't say that other people hadn't had their shit fucked with. You know, I mean, it happens back then. But
I'm not fucking with that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm high as hell.
That shit is
I'm
crazy.
okay for a minute.
Like,
yeah.
I'm kind of
I don't
body
typically
high,
get
too.
stoned anymore, but that got me.
cozy.
Yeah, that shit got
That
me.
shit got me for a second. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, everybody's giggly. We all high as a motherfucker
That
now.
shit was,
Whoopsie.
that was fire.
That was good. Shout out to Packwoods.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, that was a great fucking pre-roll because
Is he on Instagram?
I smoke joints, just
Yeah, I think
joints.
it's Packwoods
and-
AZ. He's got offices like here, California.
Yeah.
I think one in Colorado.
We went to
He's-
San Diego. When was it, for my birthday or some shit?
last
We went
year,
to San Diego.
September.
And we got those in San Diego. It was the first time we ever saw them, right? Isn't that how the story goes or something?
Yeah.
Anyways, that I was like blown away because I never had the joint, but the blunt. Now I'm not a blunt smoker. Blunts make me cough really, like way more than joints do.
That's a
And
bacon.
this blunt from this Packwoods was just so smooth. It had a glass tip, and
What is this
I mean,
motherfucker?
I coughed, but I didn't like choke my face off like I would
Scared of
with
this
a,
one.
you know, something that somebody rolled. Yeah, that's a bad motherfucker right there. Yeah,
Surprisingly smooth for
Really?
what it is.
It's like what's that material?
That's it's not.
It's rolled with a
that's
backwood.
The shit on the outside.
Yeah.
That's the
keef.
keef.
No, like
Yes, girl.
I'm talking. Oh, that's the backwood. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
the
it's rolled
brown
with
is
a
the
backwood
whole
and
thing
then
is the blunt, but that's all
It's
keef.
dusted
Like a
with the
glass
keef.
keef.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a bad bitch right there.
It's like a $50 blunt if you go to the dispensary and buy them.
Look, man, it's the best money you'll spend on smoking a blunt.
Yeah, they're
For
pretty
real.
Good.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
I forget.
Hazing. Hazing.
Oh, we were talking about
look,
hazing.
look,
in the
somebody's
locker
got
room
it
and-
together.
No.
We'll keep it together at some point.
There was always like some like mean girls like
Yeah,
hating
like
on
what,
us.
though?
But there's also like not particularly me, but like I've seen
You see it
hazing.
though, yeah.
Like this girl was talking shit and this Colombian girl thinking she didn't speak English
Oh,
or
no.
understand it, sorry.
Right.
But no, like all of a sudden the Colombian girl grabs her bottle out of her bag and like
Wait, bottle
crash-
of what? Like liquor?
Yes, like crashes.
Why
it.
does she have a bottle of liquor in her bag?
Because you can do
Gotta do
that in
what you gotta
Denver.
do.
You can do that
Oh.
in Denver.
Oh,
Like
it's
you're
like
supposed
a-
to hide it, but everybody
but-
did it.
Okay.
Do what you gotta
got
do.
it.
Nobody
Okay,
took
so-
bags. Like
Oh,
it was
'cause,
kind of like a grimy club.
So she just busted the bottle on the
so
counter and
anyways,
was like,
she
"What the
just
fuck?"
fucking bust this bottle open.
Yes,
Like-
literally, like out of nowhere. She's like,
Just fucking
"You're
shit
not
everywhere.
here." He like starts cussing her out in Spanish. I was like, damn.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, this is the best thing I've seen
This
all
is
night.
gonna go down. So what? Did like somebody break it up? I guess. Or?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
They start fighting. They both
Mm.
went crazy.
Have you
got
guys
loud.
seen any like? Have you seen any fights in the club like between dancers?
Yeah.
Like physical
I never
violence?
saw physical in my time. You have? Like,
Twice.
so like
I know.
they
I know
already
of
hate
one.
each other and it just finally goes down, or like they were friends and some shit happened. Don't know.
Sometimes
That
the
doesn't
friends
matter.
and
That's
things
just
first.
fun.
I don't know though. Honestly, I
play
didn't
into
even
that.
really know.
I know of one that took place, and the door guy looked like he fucking murdered somebody. Man, there was so much blood.
From
We'll
the
talk about it.
girls?
We'll talk about it in the break.
Can we use different names and talk about it now?
Oh.
No,
Like I want to know. I wanna
no,
know.
we'll talk about it when we go to
All
break.
right,
As a matter of
sorry, I
fact,
tried.
let's take a break. We'll be right
Okay.
back, guys.
All right. All right,
Sorry,
ladies.
we're a little late.
Here's your, no, it's okay, because I was gonna say we're running. We're probably gonna not be done for like an hour after what we thought because we've got a late start. So pass that down.
You drop it in there?
Hold on. Yes. So we're gonna cheers, and then after we cheers, you'll drop it gently. I kind of more like set it. so it doesn't splash on you.
Yeah.
And then once you do that, quickly down it.
Drink it.
Like a shot.
Okay.
You got it.
Mike sip.
You ready? All right. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Thank you for
Cheers.
coming.
Thank you.
All right, ready? Set it in there. Go.
No. Gonna say no sometimes.
What do you think?
Wow.
It's a lot.
It's really good. But
Like,
It
I still
tastes
have some
really
there,
good.
It does taste really good though.
but
Finish
it
it.
was pretty good.
Who finish it?
I had a hard night.
I'm all peer pressure. I'm sorry.
No,
you
I
don't.
had a hard
You
night.
don't have to finish it.
It's okay. Hard night.
I don't know that a Jaeger bomb is my thing.
If you don't.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with Aqua and Celine from somewhere in the valley. So you guys have both been in the business a couple of years now. What's the grossest shit you've ever seen
Ew.
in one of these clubs?
Wow, that's a loaded question. Hold
Here's a
on.
loaded
Let's go.
question.
Unpack, baby. Unpack.
Penises.
Penises
There's a lot
is
of
a
that
given.
shit, ain't
Yeah,
there?
penises are a given.
That's like the biggest thing.
But what, like always, like my experience was pulling penises out in VIP.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that an experience that you have? I know at a lot of clubs now, currently, there's cameras in VIP. Does that still happen
Yeah.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
cameras?
Yeah. They don't give a fuck
No.
about that.
Are you
They
serious?
don't give a
They'll
fuck.
look
You
it
see
out.
this too as a manager.
Oh, we have to go in there and tell them to put it away.
Oh
Mm.
no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's really
Wow.
gross. It's supposed to
I don't know.
disgusting.
That was.
I mean, that's always gonna be most disgusting.
No, but other than that, like when they nut on you.
No.
Yeah.
They're like dry humping you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like they're in there
fun. That's
shooting
so
to get
much
that
fun.
off.
Here's the
I
thing.
didn't even
I
do
don't.
anything, and you're like, ew.
I recall one of these experiences myself, and it's like, so now you let go in your pants, and now you gotta leave here.
Oh yeah, they gotta do
Yeah.
the walk of shame.
You've got
Because on the cameras it
Man,
They don't
glows.
care.
On the
No,
cameras,
fucking
on the
piss.
cameras
They
it
don't care.
glows.
They'll
no,
literally
you
walk
can
out
see
there
it
with
through
like,
the pants.
Oh,
Only,
yeah,
if, only if it wets through the pants, though. Like if
Yeah.
you're wearing jeans,
It's still.
no.
And then,
really.
like I said, on the
a lot of
cameras,
them don't care.
the cameras are infrared, so
How
that
do
shit
you-
like
how do
glows.
you
You
not
can
care?
see it.
They're drunk.
How do you not care?
They're drunk.
Okay.
Up until when I worked at a club in Phoenix, that was the grossest thing. I think I've told this story before, but we had a couple come in and they wanted to go do a private room with this girl, and the wife threw up all
Oh yeah, yeah.
like the girl went to climb on top of her, and the wife threw up like literally on
I think
her.
that
I
would
have
have
like
to
two more
be-
stories.
Go.
Go.
Ready, go.
So we like a couple of girls were in VIP with this like baseball player, or he was a football player or baseball player.
Sports.
And then he had a girl with him, and they were throwing money everywhere, and like it's a good VIP. Like we were all having fun. There was like 4 or 5 of us in there, and she like throws up on all the money,
Oh, fucking boo.
ruins it.
Now what?
She was like dead body. She couldn't walk out. She was like,
Oh.
I was like, oh my gosh,
How
she just
horrible
ruined
for her.
everything.
Ruined everything.
Ruined everything for you. How humiliating for her. That must have been awful.
No,
Seniority
Oh
rules.
my gosh.
The newest girl gets the money with the vomit on it.
Ew.
No, throw it
No.
all away.
I'm sorry. What do you do at that point? Do you just take it home and throw it in the washing machine? I mean,
No.
do you even take it home?
No.
I mean,
I'm
that's not a
feeling-
bad
I'm
idea.
feeling
Scoop
like
it
I
into a
don't-
trash bag and take it home. And put it
I'm
in the washing
feeling
machine.
like I don't want to put that shit in my washing
I'm
machine.
thinking like, yeah, that's just. I need
Maybe
to get
if
out
I
of here
knew
as
the
soon as
chick,
possible. I'm not really even
No.
But if there's like a couple $100 that's got to throw, you really
No, if I
gonna
have
you really gonna throw away a
Look,
couple
if
$100?
I
$1,000,
knew the
money.
I might get a little mad.
I don't know, man. I'm putting it in a trash bag. I'll take it home, put it in the washer and the dryer.
That's wild.
Oh my gosh.
The idea of that, like,
I'm like,
me trying to process that is.
Yeah.
That could be the
No.
worst thing that happened.
Puke is gross, especially in public.
I don't think I've ever dealt with
I
that.
can't
Makes me
say-
wanna throw up, like, immediately.
I've
Oh,
thrown
God.
up in a parking lot, like between cars at like a bar before. I've definitely done that, but like I've never puked like in public where like there were people around.
Yeah,
I can't say I've ever done that.
I've definitely puked and like you said, like pulled over on the side of
Yeah.
the road somewhere maybe, but I've never actually in a public destination.
Like in the middle of
Somebody
a bar,
made
just
me throw
vomit.
up in a public, like,
I don't even
Off
know that
a
I've ever
balcony
pulled over
of
on
a
the side of the
Guys,
road. I
You
just
threw
I've
up
been there
off a
and seen
balcony?
people
Guys,
puke.
Wait,
puke in the
wait.
club all
Wait,
the
Aqua
time.
threw up off a balcony. Hold on, I need some elaboration on this because,
No,
like, was there
this
anybody
is like-
below?
this is when I was like 20 and
Yeah.
like couldn't go to the club or anything. I would always go to like house parties with my best friend, and yeah, we had like Fireball and
Ooh.
Ugh.
Uh-uh.
Fireball was not sitting right with me.
No, how can it
So-
sit right
and
with
I was
anybody?
like overly
No offense
drunk
to
and
Fireball
like
lovers.
no.
I've done
Fireball
one.
is
no.
I've done
disgusting.
one shot of Fireball in my
Fireball
whole
Look,
is
to
life.
each his
gross.
own, and some people love that
I
shit,
know
but
people that love it, but
myself,
it's gross.
personally, no. It kind of reminds me of Aftershock, which is an old one from back in the day, but it's not as thick.
Yeah.
Fireball isn't.
No,
as
yeah, I
thick
took
as
a lot
that.
of like we had like a bottle of Fireball. We used to get like cheap liquor all the time. Like we were
I get it. When I was a
Yeah,
kid, we used to drink
underage,
Mad
yeah.
Dog 2020,
Oh,
man.
Mad Dog 2020, yes.
Yeah, Mad Dog.
Oh,
What are they?
and then there was always the
Locos. What are those?
Four Locos.
Four Locos.
Locos. We drank Old English, or
Yeah.
or as we lovingly referred to it, 8-Ball. I don't
Yeah.
know why we called it that, but that's what we called it.
Because that's what they called it in
Smirnoffs.
California.
Is that what it was? I don't know. I was in Florida. I don't know why we called it that. 8-Ball.
Nope.
Old English. That
Mad
the
Dog
old
2020. You gotta drink that shit as
Oh,
fast
and Mad
as
Dog
possible.
2020. And then the St. Ides come out. The St. Ides.
Special brews.
Them special brews. That was the shit until you threw up off of that bitch.
It's like the modern day
Crap.
equivalent. St. Ides special brews were like these fruity. It was malt,
It was a
like
malt
a beer,
liquor.
but it was like fruity blues and reds.
Yeah.
And it would be the equivalent of like the seltzers that they have out.
I don't.
today.
Was it seltzery? I
It
don't
wasn't.
remember.
It did have bubbles, but when I say
Did it?
seltzery, like it's that fruity shit that nobody really knows what's in it that makes you drunk. It just makes you drunk.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. No.
yeah.
I'll just stick to my beer.
I don't
And
really
Jaeger
drink.
bombs,
I don't,
which the ladies didn't like the Jaeger bombs.
I don't really drink.
okay.
Every
I
now and
can't
again.
drink tonight.
So Aqua's
much.
not drinking too much tonight because she partook a little too much last
You
night.
went hard, huh?
It's okay. You don't have to drink.
No, we're not talking about that.
I'll drink extra for you. Does that sound?
Yes, please. Do that for me.
Great.
please.
See what I'm in store for
Don't
tonight.
smoke too much weed, Leslie, or you're gonna get fucked up.
Kid's got to make it to school tomorrow. He's got a
Look,
field trip.
I will be responsible.
Oh, yeah?
We're look.
Shit.
I don't have to drive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Someone's got to
man.
drive him to school.
Not driving.
I don't driving to school is like hours. It's like that's tomorrow's problem.
Okay, so to the
Anyway,
other side
sorry.
of the coin.
Anyway.
Other side of the coin.
Moving forward.
Some funny shit that you've seen
Oh,
since you started
funny
working
shit.
in these
Let's
clubs.
see.
I got
Funniest
a great
shit.
one. Oh my
Oh,
gosh, one of
good.
my funniest nights. I laughed the whole VIP. It was like a whole hour-long VIP. It was close to Halloween, but it wasn't necessarily Halloween yet. And some guy came in a banana costume.
Yes. Already love it.
And he flirted with me at the bar, and I was like,
What's
"Let's go to
up?"
VIP, like, you know, took him back to the VIP, and we get back there, and he's like, I'm just a banana. Like, he just was
It
being,
was
like,
really
the
weird.
goofy-
It turned
Oh, so
out
he was
really
into
weird.
it until
He
he
was-
the
Yeah, he was
whole.
like being like the goofy
I
little
mean,
guy. He was
I
like,
don't know.
he just
I would have
kept,
been like,
If
whoa.
you, yeah, if you're into it,
but
you're
I love
into
it.
he
it.
spent good
If you're
money.
not, you're not.
He spent good money, and like
all that matters.
when I was dancing on him, he kept
Oh,
his
yeah, well.
banana suit on the whole time.
So there was
And he
no
wanted
chance
me
he was
to,
gonna
like, really
pull his dick
dance on
out?
the
Well,
banana
yeah,
part.
that's
He's
true.
completely covered. Sounds good.
I thought it was
That's hilarious.
So
Like,
what does he have underneath that?
Is he clothed
he
under
was
the
trying to
banana
talk
Don't
to
matter.
the body a little bit,
Don't matter.
but
He can't get
not
to it to
even.
pull it
That's,
out.
well, that's valid. Yeah, I'll take it. That's pretty funny though.
Oh.
Like, I
So
think
he
the
was
funniest
into
part
the
was he
whole
was still
banana.
trying to talk. Like,
He
kinda
was the
naughty, but
one
it was,
role
like,
playing. He was the one
You're
role
the
playing.
banana.
Love that. That's.
That's
Have
easy
you ever
money.
had any other kind of customer role play in such a way?
Uh,
Not
yeah.
necessarily a costume, but like in such a way where they like
Yeah, Yeah, I had one time we stayed back in like the biggest VIP room for like 3 hours because this guy wanted to play like he was the knight in shining armor, and I was the princess that I needed to be saved.
I love that you.
And it was actually one of my mentors brought me into the show, and
Nice.
it was just so fun because we got to like role play for like 3 hours, just like
And
goofy.
got
paid.
It was so goofy, but at the same time, like he was kind of serious, but he just wanted to escape reality. Like
Right.
I don't know that it was really his
Now,
fetish
can
or
I
anything.
can I ask? Do you remember what you got paid for those hours? Roughly.
Lot.
Yeah,
Roughly.
A lot. I remember. You want to know what I remember about that? He had just broke up with his girlfriend because she had cheated on him, and so he was gonna buy her a brand new car. It was like a Lexus that he was planning on buying her,
Nice.
and he spent every
Love
dime
them.
of what he was gonna spend on that Lexus on us that night.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So that's
Seriously,
all- yeah, that's
like
all.
5
Well,
digits.
and like I don't know, like, you know, clubs take a percentage and all that, and then there's
Sure,
bottle
sure.
service and whatnot. That was his whole club experience. Like I honestly don't remember what I took home from that. It was
But
so
it was
long
it
ago.
was substantial.
I remember at the time I had never made that kind of money before.
Nice. Those are the nice when you never.
See?
Your
Love
first time making the most money ever is always so memorable.
And that's kind of like what, like it's people, there are people out there who think strip club and they're like, oh, these guys are going in the back and they're having sex and they're getting blowjobs and
no.
they went back there and played princess.
Yeah, he brought
Yes,
me like
motherfucker.
yeah,
they played
yeah.
princess.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I don't even remember
I love
exactly how
that.
it went. I just remember like I was like we played that I was handcuffed to something and stuck
Oh,
somewhere,
no.
and he had to get
Help
through
me,
like the
please.
monsters. I don't even. It was like I had my
That's-
mentor at the time. Like I said, she was really good at making this whole experience out of it, and I was able to
Nice.
just kind of follow along.
And it's something you'll never fucking forget.
yeah,
That's awesome. What about you, Aqua?
Oh,
Do you have
no.
any? You don't have any like
Well,
anything funny that stands out to you? See, I don't have anything funny in
Everything's
my
funny.
own memory bank, but I spent most of my nights totally drunk, so I don't really.
Yeah, I
too
don't know.
much. I can't say I remember anything
right now. I gotta think about
particularly
it. I
funny
don't know.
at the moment.
All right, we'll change gears a little bit then. What's the best customer
Ooh.
that you've ever had, and is he reoccurring? Do you still see that customer?
Shout
Or-
out to mine.
Oh God, you can pour out a little liquor for him.
Yeah, literally.
Speaking of
He's the
liquor,
best.
do you need a
Best
drink?
thing that ever happened to me. So, I don't know.
Do tell. So what? So
I met him at a club, and then I don't know. Like he asked me to go to the casino with him, and I went to the casino like a Saturday, not a strip club.
right.
No, and yeah, he started to he like is a.
You want to talk about? You don't have to talk about
You
it.
don't
I don't
have
want to talk about it too much.
We don't have to talk about it.
Best customer you ever had, Celine.
I don't even know that I know. The
And it
best
doesn't.
customer.
Now it doesn't have to be how much money he spent. We're talking about
Very generous.
the best experience
Like that.
that you've had with a customer. Something that stands out. Maybe it was weird, whatever. Just like you had a great time and
Well, I have a great time, I feel like, with a lot of my customers because I tend to get ones that, like, I just talk to them a lot and try to figure out, like, what they're interested in terms of, like, values.
Okay.
And once you can pinpoint somebody's, like, values in life, there's only really, like, 5 to, like, 6, I think it is, like, basic values.
Like what? Like what do you mean? Like what are they? If you could say.
See,
Let me put you on the spot, baby. What
It's
you
more
got?
of an intuitive thing for me. Like I can kind of just feel a person out and know what they're looking for. If that
Okay,
makes
got
sense.
you.
Like in terms
Yeah.
of what they value.
that's a good skill to have in this
Yeah.
business, I would say.
I love that.
So, you know, I tend to have really good customers because I talk to about aliens. Like we talk about crazy stuff.
So
with my
you
friends.
just find a commonality and you just kind of roll with it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
I don't get like I don't always have perfect customers. Like
Sure.
there's a wide variety that I get still. I'm not saying I get these ones all the time, but I'm very happy to get them a lot of the time. So I don't know
Okay.
if there's like really one that I could say that ever really like stood out more than another one.
Like the best.
Yeah, like because I've
Right.
had a lot of really great experiences, and I could tell you probably like 20 experiences, they're like, oh, I kind of remember that, because these were all good people.
And they
I
kind
saw
of
them
all
again.
melt together.
Now,
Yeah.
do y'all have a lot of regular customers that you repeat customers that you see often, or is it just a bunch of randoms all the time? Given your location, which
Yeah.
I know
It's a
where they
tourist
work,
place.
but
It's what?
so
Touristy.
yeah, I was
It
gonna
is,
say
yes,
I
very
know your
touristy.
location, so I don't see that club having a tremendous amount of regulars
No.
because it is
Yeah,
kind
no.
of touristy.
No, not
So
a lot
no,
of
you
locals
don't
go there.
really have a lot of
Not a
regulars.
lot of locals go there.
Now, what about previous clubs that you worked at
So
prior
that's
to
actually
here?
where I found my like reoccurring customer.
Okay,
And
that was here in the valley,
yeah.
obviously.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
a stupid question.
No, yeah. No, yeah, and not at my
So does-
current location.
Does he come? Obviously, he comes to where you are now.
Yeah, and he'll throw money on everybody.
Okay, so and you're cool with that, like.
Yeah,
So
right.
what if he comes in and you're busy? Are you okay with him going off with another girl?
Relax, girl.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay, go ahead.
If he comes in to see you, but you're busy,
Yeah.
are you okay with him spending his money on one of your coworkers?
If
And he doesn't spend his money on you at all? You get no money.
Oh no.
Now
No,
what if
no,
now
no,
what
no,
if it
no.
well,
That would
well
never
right, that's
happen.
kind of the common answer. But
That would
but
never
what if
happen.
he instead of say he takes this other girl to VIP because you were busy and you were in VIP with
He's not
someone
my
else,
customer anymore.
but then he throws you a little bit of money on the side, so you're not mad.
No.
Are you good with
I'm
that?
not mad, but I'm not gonna be mad at that.
Some girls
Yeah.
are territorial like that.
But yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at that. But
See, I didn't
I'm
like
definitely
my
gonna be looking at him
regulars.
differently. Like, okay, well,
Yeah.
you're not my customer anymore.
I didn't like
That's
my
actually
regulars
happened to me
to
before.
interact
See,
with.
and,
my
happened
and
to me
I guess
before.
that's a benefit of being somewhere that's touristy and you never really see the same
Yeah.
people twice.
That's what I.
Because you have some
Yeah.
you have some guys that you know come in regularly to see the same girl, and they know how to act, they know how to treat it, and then I would imagine you get the guys that kind of fall in love, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden they're
I had
like
one
stalking
bring me
you in
roses.
real
Do
like.
you ever have that, guys? Well, you say touristy, but at previous clubs, did you ever have anybody that would like bring you anything or like
No.
was like
Yeah.
trying to keep you or trying to get you out of the business?
Take
And
you out
Yeah.
of the-
have you ever had anybody proposition you to get you out of the industry?
Yeah.
One guy. I
All
only
of
had
them.
one guy that was like really serious though, because he went to Barrett Jackson, and because he came in and did a VIP, and he asked what my favorite car was, and he said he was going to Barrett Jackson. He has plenty of money to spend. Do you want a car? And I was like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
My favorite car's
right.
a Porsche. Blah blah blah. We're in VIP, so.
Sure.
And next day he comes in with the keys to a Porsche.
Okay.
And we do another VIP. He's like, I'll give you the Porsche right now. All you have to do is
No.
go on one date with me outside the club.
Oh.
And the title's yours.
Red flag.
And I'm just like, no strings attached. Like, that's weird. Just give me
Yeah.
If you want to give me the
Can I
Porsche,
test
just
drive
give it
it?
to me. But, obviously, like, I didn't do all that. I didn't get the Porsche.
Sure.
so-
Well, yeah, you didn't pull up here in a
no,
Porsche.
I didn't get the Porsche.
Why not though?
Why not?
Yeah.
I just didn't, like, I felt like that was, like, strings
It's too
attached.
much.
like,
Yeah.
It was
next
too
thing you
much
know, I
work.
get to the
You-
dinner and
right.
it's something else.
and then he wants
it's like,
something else.
I
and
just
If you
some-
don't like
know
when
that
men have that
person,
kind of power over my
it's amazing.
excitement or my emotions. Like,
Sure.
I love it. I want a Porsche so
Fuck
bad.
yeah, I want
like,
a Porsche too.
Don't play with my emotions
I
like
don't want a Porsche.
If you know that person, you can't just offer me a Porsche. I'm not gonna believe
Yeah.
you until I
Yeah.
Right.
I don't
He was
know.
a
I kind
tourist.
of
He
feel
wasn't
like there's
even
red
from
flags
here.
associated
Like,
with a
that's
lot of
hella
that.
red flags.
Yeah.
see.
I'm trying to do too much.
Yeah.
I'll believe you when I see it.
I just thought it was so extra to come back with like the
The
brand
keys
new
To
to a
come back
Porsche.
with the
the
keys.
Barrett
He
Jackson
might as well
logo
have been
on it.
wearing the jacket, like the
Yeah.
leather Porsche jacket.
That,
yeah.
that was totally the carrot and the stick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep, you would have showed up for dinner, and then it would have been come back to his hotel room.
Mm-hmm. And the next thing you know, you're
Exactly.
getting roofied, and then.
Oh.
Sorry,
No
that
way,
went dark.
Jose.
That went really dark.
Well, unfortunately, it can't go
No, but
dark
it's
when
real
you do
shit,
things
though. It
like
really
that,
happens.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's real. That's real shit.
And you
Not
know
that
what?
it should, but it could.
Girls get mixed up in that
And
shit.
it does. Yeah.
Often.
Do you ladies see a lot of now? I know that you girls aren't in the drug game, and this is totally taking it out of.
Drugs.
But do
What are
you
those?
see a lot of drug addicts in the industry,
Yes.
or do you?
depending on
Where you work.
what-
Where you were.
Depending on where
you
you're
work,
at.
and like it's not like heavy drug. Well, I guess.
I know it's easy to fall
no.
into.
Well, we're not
It's easy to
talking
fall
weed.
into.
We're talking like the.
We're talking like
We're
illicit
talking
drugs.
about the girls that are like smoking them pills.
Because I know,
Yes.
so
the
like,
fentanyl,
yeah.
the
No,
meth.
no.
Not
Like-
at the club we work at.
Yeah,
really.
yeah. No.
Yeah.
Not at that club, but
No, we don't have
there's one
any of
close
those.
where it kind of
Yeah.
runs
yeah,
rampant.
Yeah.
it was kind of hit or miss where I worked at. It was like you had a couple of girls that were kind of really only there for the money to get high,
Mhm.
and then you had the girls that weren't.
I mean, cocaine and strip clubs, I think, will forever be synonymous.
Yeah.
But now
I mean,
you
if
got
you're into it.
now you got these, the pills, meth.
More
Like when I s-
Adderall.
Yeah.
Adderall.
Adderall, really? Why?
When
I-
I don't get it. Well, I don't know.
Because
I
I
smoke
mean-
weed and drink
don't
beer.
mind them.
from what I
do it
hear,
all the time.
and I've only done Adderall one time, and it was to stay awake and drive.
Yeah.
But
It's the only way to do it.
from what
Okay.
I've heard, like when you're partying with it, it's kind of like blow. You can drink more alcohol because the alcohol doesn't really affect you like that. But when
Sure.
I started in the business, like obviously it was always pot. This was a long time ago. There's always been weed around, coke, and every once in a while, depending on where you work, you'd see like a crackhead or two. But now you got these girls out here that are like zombies, man.
Look, I was at
Taking
a
all kinds of shit.
I was at a club the other day where one of the girls is well beyond her age limit to be there. It's just not a good look, and she just looks like she doesn't belong there. She looks like she belongs on a corner somewhere. It's sad. And I'm just like, what are you? I don't know. Anyways, I feel bad. I'm just like, I think maybe there's a certain point in life where you got to move on.
There's
You need to
definitely
get out of it
I
because
think there's
otherwise the
less
drugs will
use
pull you down.
nowadays.
Less drug
You have
use.
to, yeah. If you get involved with the
Not
drugs and you
less.
don't get out of it,
N-
they will pull you down and you're stuck in that
You're
game for
you're right. I
far
do
too
think
long.
there's less illicit drug use. I think there's always going to be some.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But a lot of the young girls now coming into the business, like they are about their money
Yeah.
and they are about the hustle,
Exactly.
and
Independent.
they're not trying to feed
Yeah.
a habit. They're trying to start a business, feed a child, work their way through school, whatever they're trying to do. Like you come in and you can see that they're there to work, they're there to make money. They don't waste time hanging out with guys that are not spending money. But you're always going to have that small percentage of
Yeah,
people who
it's very
are
small,
there
and it's always-
for the party and to get fucked up.
That's
and,
at any club I've ever worked at. It's the same thing. You always have that one person that's just like beyond their years of being there, and you can tell. And you can tell that that's what they're there for, and it's kind of like, I don't know. It makes me sad inside. It's like it's time to get your life together. You can't be in this game forever.
No.
So
No.
But
No,
anyways,
everybody should
I
have
got
an
really
exit
dark there
plan.
for a minute. Sorry,
Some
that was
people-
horrible.
Some people make it a living.
But
Some-
and you can
some
do it
can
too.
do it.
I mean, look,
Well,
some women do it
yeah,
into their
women like
40s,
that.
To
and
play devil's
some women do
advocate,
it into their 40s, and they're fucking killing it in their 40s, and they're
Exactly.
dancing.
Say, some people
Yeah.
say their best
Some
money
people
is in
start.
their ultra veteran years. So
Right.
It's the
Yeah.
experience.
Look,
They
if
say they
I
know the
knew
game so
then
well,
what
like-
I know now, I would have made so much more money then.
And these
than,
guys are
than I
relatively the
did.
same age anyways, most of the time the big spender, so it's like
Exactly.
But they still
They
got to
do
be
like
hot
a more
and not
mature-
look like a tweaker.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
that's
right.
very
That's the
for sure.
difference.
Yeah,
You can
that's
be in your
big.
40s and be a dancer and
That's-
have it going on.
I think that's
or
like
you
a
could
given
look like
age.
you're
Exactly.
too old to be in the game.
Yeah.
So, have you had anything happen to you in the club that just scared the living shit out of you?
Ooh, scary shit.
Go.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hmm.
One night, this guy was like a cowboy. So he has like Southern gentleman style. So very like respectful off bat. We get back in the VIP room. We're back there for maybe 5 minutes. We have another girl who's again, more of a veteran in the game than I am, and like he had like grabbed my arm a little funky, and she noticed it. Like she had like peeped that it was a little aggressive, and so she just went to move his hand off of me.
Sure.
Very calmly, very peacefully. And he freaked out. He threw his alcohol. He like made a bit like, you know, like tossed his arm, and he like stood up and he like pushed me up against the wall.
No.
Like in the VIP room. And
Way
I
too
mean,
dramatic.
Oh shit.
Within 2 seconds, security was there, had the guy in a
Yeah.
headlock, like down to the, he's on the
What
ground.
the fuck
like,
did he just trip out about?
right, and it's just like, it's to see somebody's
that
eyes go like
animalistic-
that and
Yeah, what the
gaze.
fuck?
He was
What
like
is
the
happening,
nicest
dude?
man. I had, my
then the switch
intuition
just
was
flipped.
giving
Sometimes you
nothing
like
of
look
that
in a
until
man's eyes and like they like
it
look like
switched.
animals.
Yeah.
Like when they're like listening for you so hard, it's like, wow, like you're not cool. They're just like,
Yeah, that
No, I don't
that
like that.
animalistic,
Well, and he wasn't
that
even
scary
being
shit.
like that
Yeah,
beforehand
That's probably the
either.
scariest
It was
moment
just
in a
a-
woman's life.
Flip
He
of a
had
switch,
just
huh?
like,
Yeah.
I don't know, he had tried to do something to her and she was like, no, no, no. And so he had grabbed my arm after that, like tried to pull me a little closer, but he wasn't even really being all that touchy beforehand.
Right.
And so I don't know what happened in that, like
Like
she
something-
noticed something though, like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure she has years of experience. She noticed something and he was mad that she caught on to the energy, like
Right.
that's just how I saw it. It's like,
Mhm.
I don't know what that man does, but it did not give
Mm.
good vibes after that.
Yeah, no.
another one.
What about
Anything
you,
scary?
Aqua? What you got? Scary experience.
I don't have something like that's been really scary for me. No, other than like that type of experience, like with
Okay.
creepy men. Creepy
Nobody
close
ever
to
tried to
where-
like follow you home from the
No,
club or none of
I
that
never.
shit?
I don't live close to where I work ever, so nobody can follow me. No.
Like by close, you mean like not with like
He's gonna give up before you get to your house.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
like 45 minutes or
Dipsy.
more? Like by close, you mean like not even like 20 minutes or more at least?
Yeah,
Like not close at all.
yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that's cool.
I don't want to see like a customer at the grocery store. I
That's
just want to be me.
Before.
I'm not
Yeah.
Aqua outside.
happened to you before?
Yep, at Sprouts.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
really?
shit.
Buying
Oh,
my broccoli
no.
and like my dinner
I
food,
would
I
be
just
mortified.
had messy bun.
And
like,
he recognized you anyway.
I had like this tiny top on going into Sprouts, like, and he looked. He's
He
just
recognized
staring
the body,
at my,
girl.
He's
He's-
staring at me at like my boobies, and I'm like just checking out, and I'm just like,
You're gonna
looking
buy
at
my
him like,
groceries?
why are you staring at me like this? Like in my head, I'm thinking this, and all of a sudden he goes, the $2 bills, cuz we paid with $2 bills, and he goes, I know where those $2 bills are from. He's like, you know, we did a VIP last time, and I don't know to the extent he was serious.
No,
you know,
we
'cause
didn't.
He could just be saying that because he saw me there.
Sure,
fell in love.
sure.
Right.
I don't remember him, so I'm
Why
like,
would you? Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a very. I was just like, oh boy. Well, I was like, I felt like I was very awkward in that conversation. Like,
Yeah,
I can
like,
see how that
I
would
would
be
have had to
awkward.
deny it. I would have been like, I don't think that was
yeah,
me,
I
dude.
don't know, like,
$2 bills. What do
you
you
sure? Like, I'm not. I know I look a little different.
Guys, if you go to strip clubs, a little tip: if you see the stripper in the grocery store,
Buy
don't
her.
talk to her.
Please don't.
Or
Don't
buy
talk
her
to her.
groceries.
Buy
Come
her
with
groceries.
money.
If
Or,
Yeah.
or unless you're gonna buy her
Come with
groceries,
money. to
and then
talk.
you know,
don't follow
and
her
then
home afterwards.
yeah, but don't follow her home. No.
It makes shit awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just unnecessary.
It's not. It's not.
Like, yeah, it would be like you showing up to their job and following them home.
Exactly.
That would be weird.
It's like
Yeah.
now you know
But
where I
the funny
go.
part is, he didn't really mean to. He was just a cashier there. So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, in that
Oh.
instance,
Yeah.
in that instance, sure,
Catch
yeah.
you, Lenny.
And he knew
Yeah.
exactly what club I was from.
Whoops.
It's not like, you know, he knew. And I was like,
Well, you know, that sucks. It happens, so.
Any famous people?
Famous people?
Ooh, no names. Famous people, no
This was
names.
not here. This is not here. The Valley. It was in Houston. But Little Bow Wow.
I said no names.
No,
woman.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Roll with it.
Oh,
Roll
fuck.
with
It's not
it.
even him.
Oh,
Any
okay,
attention-
sorry. Let me let you tell the story
Any
before I
attention
so
is good
rudely
attention.
interrupt.
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
sorry.
No, it's okay. He was there. Yeah. He made it rain on everybody. It was lit.
Yeah.
Like it was like a lit club. It was like booty shaking.
That's how a lot of those clubs
Yeah,
in the
it
South
was
are.
fun. It was fun, but that's the only one I think. Like,
But it was him.
yeah,
It was him.
Yeah, and he let us go like in a section, have a shot with him.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
Shad.
positive vibes.
Shot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's it. What about you?
I never met any
I
famous
mean,
people.
I feel like this one's like I can't even.
You can
it
use
was, it was
Use
like,
a generic name.
No, not even like in that. It can't. It was like a politician.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm not even gonna go any
Ooh.
further than that. It was just a politician.
Okay.
We're
Good
gonna talk
enough.
about that off camera
That's
too.
all.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
So that was one.
And
That
how
was
was-
probably one of my best customers.
National,
actually, now
like,
that
are we
went to
talking
Like
national
state
politics or
politician?
like Arizona
Yeah.
state?
national? Well, yeah, national.
Like
Ooh.
Washington D.C. politician.
I'm not gonna specify on that either.
Okay.
No, like,
Okay. So what? He was he respectable though?
The one thing he asked was highly confidential, so I'm like, all I'm gonna say
Oh,
is
okay.
politician.
Well, we're not saying any names.
wow.
I mean, there's no idea. That could
He
be.
was
one
he
of
was
a
good
million.
time though. Like he was a very nice individual who spent a lot of money and was just
Good.
very polite and
Was he wasn't
Glad he
handsy
would
at
have-
all? The worst
No,
is
he
when
was
they're
talkative.
handsy.
no more talkative.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite customer is always gonna be one that's
Yeah.
more.
Talkative.
If they want to touch me all for that whole hour, I'm not really good. It's never gonna be mentioned. as a
I hate
favorite.
the. I always hated the handsy type. Like.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that it's acceptable,
They take advantage of it.
but the ones that take advantage. You know what? Here's what I want to know. So, as a couple, we frequent strip clubs and we get VIP dances as a couple. Now, because I've been in the industry, he's been and is currently in the industry as obviously not a dancer, but he's managerial. So, so I keep it very respectable when I'm in VIP.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get out of place with her,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, do you find with couples,
Oh man,
Yes,
I saw that look.
what are the? I want to
so
know because I want to know. Am
Sometimes
I different than a lot of women in the fact that I'm respectable and I'm not going to take advantage because I'm a woman?
It's
Or
kind of-
do a lot of women feel like because they're a woman, they can get more risque with you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes and no. Some girls are respectful.
Women, the one thing I will say, sitting back there watching the camera, women are more prone to taking
they
off
wanna
their
have
fucking
threesomes.
clothes.
Oh,
Yeah.
They want
really?
to take their
Yeah.
shirts off and
Custom
whip their
made?
tits. Yeah,
Have I? I've never
Yeah.
done that. I don't,
No.
Well, no, I don't do that.
No.
No, I don't do
but
Or the
women,
couples going at it. Like,
right?
Really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
fucking trying to finger
Bad.
pop his
bad.
wife.
that. See, no,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
appropriate. But
Yeah.
maybe because I was a dancer,
I was like, I like to watch.
you know, like, well, and yeah, we get that too. But I don't know. I feel like maybe because I was a dancer, I just know I kind of like am a do unto others kind of person. So I'm not gonna do to her what I wouldn't want done to me.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if I was in her shoes. So I always try to keep it respectable and as honest as I can in that environment, you know. So, but you say, I've heard him tell me stories about like bachelorette parties that would come in. Now, what's that like? Because I never experienced a bachelorette party and or a lot of women in my day. It wasn't, I mean, we're going back 20 years here. It wasn't a lot of women going to hang out in the strip club back then like there is now.
Okay, so famous people. Yours was a politician. We will mention no names. Aqua. Any famous people? Sports people?
Yeah, in Houston, I experienced like a celebrity coming in and threw money on us, let us take shots with him. It's really fun. Like, I don't know.
He was
okay.
nice though. He wasn't
He
like
was kind of mean. He like kicked us out of the section after a while. He was like, "We need new girls. Get out of here."
he was ready for a
Time to reload
rotation.
the
His girlfriend likes
Reload
me
the
too.
screen. You're fucked up.
The girl that he was with likes me, and I think he didn't like that. So he like, "We need some new girls in here. Get this girl out of here."
Right.
Okay, so have you any? We've talked about these creepy dudes pulling their dicks out and shit. Have you ever had to deal with a creepy staff member?
Ew. Yes. I mean, doesn't it happen? Doesn't it happen? No,
Not,
does it not
not
happen?
directly to me.
Not directly.
No?
I've seen
Never?
it happen, but
You've
seen it? Like what? Like what did you see? What do you mean?
I don't know, just like maybe stepping over boundaries, like Snapchatting people.
Okay, like thinking they
maybe
could
like
be
Reaching out to
texting
somebody on
inappropriately.
Instagram.
Yeah, like overstepping
Right.
certain boundaries, like
Sure.
business.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah.
Usually what I see is the door guys that like Google the girls while they're on
Exactly,
stage.
Mhm. Oh
You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
too.
Like,
Yeah, you can tell.
That's,
Right.
she's
I don't
not a
think
snack.
it's Okay, but everybody's googling. So
Yeah,
it's
but
like-
I feel like
I don't think
when you
it's
have a work
Not
relationship,
everybody.
like the door
Your
guys that you
employees should not
the
be
door guys that
Googling
you
you.
guys work with right now, do they stare at you and watch you like intently when you're on stage?
No.
No. No. I've seen it happen to other girls, but not me.
I seen it happen, but it was my husband who wasn't my husband at the time, so I can't really relate to that one. He was the only one that ever, only creepy coworker that ever Googled me was my husband who wasn't
I
my
was
husband
not
at the time.
creepy.
story.
And it was not creepy at all. It was quite flattering.
not creepy.
It was quite flattering because he did not look at anybody like that. So because he looked at me like that, all the girls noticed. It was like a thing. It was like a whole thing.
Small club.
It was a very small club. Yes. Yeah.
So-
anyways.
We've talked about how like a lot of girls are like really about the hustle these days and they're there to make money. Obviously most girls have had a night where they're like, you know, the beginning part of the night's not going their way and they're like, you know what, fuck it, I don't care if I make any money, I just want to get fucked up while I'm here tonight.
Ooh, good time versus money.
Never had it. It's always about the money.
Always about the money. I don't
There's times
know.
where I want to have a good night. and
Depends on
get
the
a little,
vibe.
like,
But I
tipsy
mean,
and
like,
stuff. But I
can't
want to make
stand
money
up.
while I do it. There's never a goal of like put
Right.
the money aside.
No, we're
Like
not partying.
I don't.
Right.
No, what the
Shouldn't be partying.
No, I don't.
Shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be partying. It shouldn't be.
But
for a
you
good
do
time.
see it
Shouldn't
like
be about the party.
It could be
you-
for a good time if you have other things that you're making money. Like you just go to have a good time. Like
Yeah, but I
That's
feel
fine.
like if you're gonna
That's
go
like
in there
that, yeah.
and you're gonna take your clothes off and you're gonna dance,
yeah, it's fun
It
to
should
be a
be.
dancer. So like,
but you see it actually a lot. Girls that I didn't, you know, everybody else made money and then they go to leave and they're like, well, I didn't make any money tonight. It's like,
yeah,
how?
You know what I want to
Hanging
know?
out with Casamigos. That's how.
yeah, yeah. That's why you shouldn't drink at work.
That'll get you. You know what I want to know? Do you ladies frequent a strip club for patronism? Or what is that the right word? Do you go there? Do you go to other strip clubs as a customer?
Yes, I
You
love
do.
to, yeah.
And so, because you're a dancer, what is your vibe like at another strip club that you don't work at? Like, what do you? How
Always get back to the stripper.
are you comfortable there? Like you are at your own club? Like she says
Not
no,
always.
you say yes.
It
Sometimes.
just depends on like.
Depends on the club.
Yeah, if I'm in a different state, like I got to feel out my area. You know what I mean? I had a bad experience one time. It was not even bad, but it was just awkward.
Vegas.
No, in
Vegas.
Inglewood, California.
Inglewood.
man.
Ooh,
Oy.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know where I was. So now it's like I'm never gonna walk into a like out of town, out of my area strip club without like kind of scoping things out a little
Okay.
first
Right.
before I like spend money on stage or get a little more comfortable.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
you don't want to show
But
too many people.
now I want to
Sometimes-
know what happened in Inglewood.
Yeah.
We need to know. The viewers need to know.
It's just like you put a little bit of money on stage and you get a whole lot of like fully nude like all up in your like area.
They give it away. They give it away all out
It's
in the
just like
open.
woo!
So you're getting pussy all up in your face
Inglewood.
type shit? Is that what you're talking about?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just it's like it's like too much.
Yeah.
Well, for me it was.
See, I've not been
personally,
to too many nude clubs,
that
but
was a lot for me.
a nude club for me is a bit too much.
Yeah.
I've done it once or twice, I've gotten a nude VIP, and she fucking 1 foot here, 1 foot here, pussy right here,
Yeah,
and
I
it's a
can do
lot.
that.
Like it's
that
a lot.
little
Like
string goes a long way.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of it's a little overwhelming, you know. So I don't know. For me, I don't really prefer that type of setting for myself.
Me either.
As
No,
a
you
patron,
either.
no.
Yeah.
Well, plus we like
What
to
about
drink.
dancing? Have you ever danced fully nude?
Like not really.
No,
No. My answer's
neither.
Not really, no.
Now I know that
I mean, like, no. I've danced in very skimpy clothing, but
I know
not
that there's
fully
clubs
nude.
that require you to wear pasties over your nipples. So is that something that you ladies have done or would prefer over
Yes.
not?
Yes.
You've done pasties and prefer pasties
Yes, I
over
love
the
pasties.
areola. Now pasties have to cover the whole entire
Yeah,
areola.
Now
right?
we know some clubs also use the latex paint instead of pasties.
So wait, latex paint means what? Means you have to physically paint the area
Yep, you mix
and
this
hope
powder.
that you get a perfect circle, or what?
No, it doesn't have to be perfect.
I
You just
slap
have to
it off.
cover the
Just
areola
slap it
and the nipple.
Okay.
It definitely needs to be like pretty okay.
But it needs to look
It
okay.
needs
At
to
least
look
she said
alright.
pretty
Yeah.
okay. Like, it
You
doesn't
need
need
a
to
pretty
look
like
sloppy.
round situation.
See, I feel like
happening.
I feel like it would have to be perfect. Like, how do I?
Well, I mean, it's almost
No,
impossible
definitely,
to get
yeah.
it.
But
Like,
do you
perfect.
prefer that?
Right.
Do you prefer that to
No.
a pasty?
No. Because
So a pasty
it
is what?
doesn't-
Just like
so
a
pasties
sticky?
are like hiding your nipples from the customer.
But
Right.
does it cover? It covers the areola.
Yeah,
And
but
it's
Yes.
what, like
the
basically
paint,
a sticker.
The paint
basically a
just
sticker.
enhances it.
Right. Well, that's what
Okay,
I
it's like a
you see,
latex.
For
the
what?
clubs where they
Okay.
have to use the paint, you'll see guys come out of VIP and they got that silver paint
No.
all over their
Like,
fucking
did
mouth.
not care at
No.
all. Did not care at all.
Okay, so you worked at clubs where they didn't have to use pasties,
Yeah.
so you prefer pasties over non.
Yes.
Yeah, even though there's
But-
work involved.
Either way.
And nude clubs,
I
you've
don't
not done nude clubs. No, me neither. Yeah.
I
Would
don't-
you be open to do nude clubs or no? No,
Uh,
me
Yeah.
either. I wouldn't.
I think it takes.
You make a lot of. I mean, maybe just stage. Maybe just.
The
I
club
was
that
gonna say, if
I-
I could find like somewhere that was like an art form to dance, like
Yeah.
nude in more of an art
Yeah.
setting.
Yeah,
Not
where it
more
wasn't
of a
so.
stripper city where it's like touchy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go do a lap
Like-
dance nude.
Yeah.
I worked at a club in New York like that years ago, and like you would never hear like hip hop music or none of that. All of your customers were older guys who were like refined. You know, they know the difference between a salad fork and a fucking this fork. Those kind of
Fancy.
guys, right?
Right.
And they would dance to very like slow, sensual music, and that's kind of like what it was about. It was about the art. Like these guys weren't
Yeah.
grabby, touchy. It wasn't
No,
that
and
kind of
that's-
environment.
That's why I always say I like the customers that
burlesque.
can appreciate the art of it all. Like when you're really just here for like the whole like sexual gratification thing, like you're not really
You're
here
missing
for the right
out.
reasons.
Yeah,
Like,
you're missing
you're
out on
gonna-
a lot.
I don't like leaving with a bad experience. I don't like you leaving my VIPs with like a bad experience. So I try to
Sure.
like really prep my customers to have like, a
Well, that's-
sensual like experience
sensual.
rather than
Yeah.
like an art form rather than
As a customer,
the whole.
as a female customer, I would much rather be entertained by a dancer who was sensual and sexy. I don't want to see all that booty popping, twerking. That to me, now
Yeah.
that's a personal preference. To me, that's not sexy.
Right.
So we should first make that connection to determine what's sexy for me, and then because I'm paying you, you deliver on what I believe to be sexy, right? And so I think that's how.
It's all about what you want
I,
to.
Right.
I start every VIP by asking, so what's your fetish?
Oh, I
What's
love
your
that,
spot?
really?
What
See?
do you like? What are your naughty
Throw
Some
it
of them
all
tell
out
me,
there
like,
right
I'm just
from the
straight
very
vanilla. I'm
beginning.
like, okay,
Love
well,
that.
you can be vanilla, but still, like, do you like slow? Do you like fast? Like, there's
Right.
still, like, everybody
Yeah.
has preferences, no matter
Yeah.
how vanilla you are.
Customer
So, like,
service.
Right, yeah, customer service, he says. Yeah, it's so true.
I mean-
because it really is.
What it is.
It's really, it's
Some
no
people
different
love
than
the
any
booty
other
shaking,
customer
booty
service
bouncing.
job.
They
Some
say
people
that
love
has an
that.
art, like,
And some people
so
want
you have
that.
to know what your customer wants.
But some people don't. And yeah,
Gotta
so you
vet it
have
out.
to learn how to read that.
I
Yeah.
really try, and sometimes they don't want to give you anything. Like some minutes are just kind of shy. I'm like, but by the end, I typically get to figure out at least a little something
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
I'll just try different things with them. They have feathers back there, so you can like kind of like tickle them. Like you like to take a little snuff.
Okay.
I'd be messing with them in VIP.
But like when we go to a club, we've been and we do private rooms. She likes to go in the back.
I won't tip on stage. I won't stage tip.
You don't like to stage
I
tip?
will not stage tip.
Why?
Because I feel like,
You
know why?
I love the stage.
because he
I
and I are
love to
so
I love
opposites.
to throw money. Like
We're so opposite.
I don't want to get a personal dance. Me personally. For some reason.
No, you're more of a stage tipper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I love that. Like, and the part that I really love, and it's kind of like a self gratification thing. But when you see a guy go up there and sit down at the stage, and he throws like $2,
That's like so
Two
This
bucks.
guy, oh, he's.
I'll
so
just
funny.
I'll just rip the strap off $100 stack and
Throw
fucking.
it.
He like
Oh,
makes you like
just make it
goes
rain.
like this,
Yeah.
and
That's
like,
the best.
He wants as much as he can get for that $1.
Yeah.
Just throw it. Just like throw a bunch of more. Stop it.
Me personally, I just don't like doing personal dances because I don't want them to have to like work. You know, they're supposed to be princesses. That's how I want to be.
I like
you
the
know?
stage, like the art, like you said, the art of it, like some of the things that these girls can do on a pole is
Now, see,
fucking awesome.
I think because, well, and I love the pole work too, don't get me wrong. But I think, I don't know if it's because I'm a woman, but it's a vibe thing for me. So if I can take you back into VIP and you can be sensual, you can be sexy for me,
Yeah.
and we can vibe in a sensual way, that's left at the club when I leave, obviously. But, it's more of it's not only a physical connection, but it's a mental connection. It just makes it a lot more sexier as a woman on woman thing, so I prefer that, and I think that's why I keep it off stage.
Yeah.
I
You want them to come up
I
to you
use
and,
him to draw them in.
first.
I tell him go tip her. I'm like,
Yeah,
you need to go tip her.
balance.
And then he'll go up there and make it rain and be like, my wife says hello, and then I'm like,
I love to
"Hey,"
throw money at the stage, man.
So, but I'm not a stage tip.
I understand why, yeah.
I don't know. I
Me too.
feel awkward. I feel like a lot of people are staring. Like so many guys in the club are watching me tip her,
That's
and
like-
now they're
That's true.
expecting something. They're expecting something, and I'm
just
like,
like
I'm
to
not
leave
giving.
the money
I'm a
on the
customer
stage.
here. Like I'm
Yeah,
not
but
giving
when
y'all
you throw
anything.
money on stage, just like you were saying, like
Yeah.
you showed them how it is, how it's
And
done. You need to throw
and
money
there
on
is a certain
stage,
gratification
like-
about my husband showing a motherfucker how it's done too. I
Yeah.
gotta say. Like,
If I ever become rich,
yeah.
Skins me
Like,
cut.
I am gonna be
I
that
wanna
guy
spread
in the
the- we
strip
like to
club
spread the wealth.
with like
Yes.
20 grand in singles.
Just to show, just to spread it out.
I
Let's
love
spread it
that. I
out.
love to see the money go up and
Yeah.
come down.
Because we've been in the industry.
I love that.
It's like tipping. When you work for tips, you're a good tipper. Are you not? Are you ladies are good tippers, I
Yeah.
presume, right? I mean, it's safe to say. Because when you work for tips, you know what it's about. So you're more prone to tip at least 30%.
Yeah.
At least that's your that's your starting rate. And if based on how well your performance is in your service, it can go up or down from that, but you're gonna, because you work for tips, you're a badass tipper. And so we get
Have to
it,
be.
we
Spread the
get it.
Now,
Yes, spread it around. Yeah.
just
It
to,
all comes back.
just to kind of switch gears but stay on the same topic, we're
We need
talking
to take a break soon though. Sorry.
working the floor compared to VIP, and there's clubs that have hostesses that sell your shows for you, and there's clubs where you have to sell it yourself.
Yes.
How do y'all feel? What's the difference? Which do you like better?
I like a set price.
But would you have a problem with selling your own shows, or do you like to have that hostess there where all you got to do is get the guy in the room and somebody else is going to come in and handle the business?
I kind of like Vegas on that aspect where it's a little bit of both. you can kind of like there's so many different options on what
Yeah.
you can do, and so many different price points that you can really like find a ballpark yourself of what they're kind of already gearing towards or thinking and
Right.
how much they have available.
And then they do
And
the
then
processing.
you go up there and put them in the room that's around that price range, and then they kind of come in and they're like, okay, this is what you have, this is what's good, this is what's gonna happen, and then they either say yes or no to that, and you can go back down a level and do it all over again with a new hostess, like.
Yeah.
And so it's not like the same kind of hostess that we have here though, where it's like they do the whole talking
The
about
whole
all
thing
prices,
for you.
yeah, everything.
So have you worked at clubs where you didn't have a hostess? Yeah. And so which do you prefer? You said you prefer with. See, I never worked with a host. I never even heard of a hostess thing until we moved to Arizona. So for me, it was like, man, I wish
It's
we would have
more
had that when I would love. It's more confrontational having a hostess.
Yeah, because
See, I feel like it
you're
would be
like,
less because aren't they doing the talking for you?
No, because
No?
like, a guy's like, oh, why can't I find out the prices?
Oh, yeah, because
yeah.
they're not allowed to
Yeah.
talk. They're not allowed to talk
And it's
prices
like-
on the floor.
Fuck. So it's harder to make that
Yes.
monetary
And
connection.
I always just try and like
Yeah.
go with, okay, well, there's like 3 different rooms available, and there's a lot of different like time you can do back there, and like so like at this point, what bottle do you want? Like we have a lot to talk about. Can we go to a
Yeah.
more private room? Like we have a
Right.
hostess who explains
That's
it all.
smart.
Like she's like it's her job to tell you how to have a good time
That's
back
that's
here.
Okay,
that's
right.
smart. I
Because
like that.
it's
Yeah.
a whole package deal, and I try and tell like our club is a whole package deal once you go back there.
Right. Okay.
So.
Do you find that works better?
Yeah.
That works.
Sometimes there's stubborn people though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
There's stubborn people that just tell me the prices. I want to
Right.
talk to you and you
I
only.
hate that customer.
Aren't you in
Like, just
charge? Like,
Everybody need a break? We're going to take a break real quick. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with Aqua and Celine. Again, if you want to know where they work, you're going to have to find them. So, we were having a little chat off camera about people being a little old in the business and sticking around too long. Do you guys have plans for the future? You said you were going to school for business entrepreneurship. What do you like? Where do you want to go with that? What are you looking to do?
I graduated last year with my bachelor's.
Okay.
And I just want to build my own business.
Congratulations.
I don't really want to go back to working for somebody unless it like helps me in some aspect, or I can learn something from it. You know, actually be a bigger piece of a puzzle than just like
Yeah.
you know, thing that keeps the cart rolling. I don't really want to be at the bottom of it anymore.
Right.
Any ideas? Don't say anything on camera because we don't
Fashion
want something.
design.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Clothing
that's right
line.
now. That's where I'm like heading towards. Just custom pieces and.
Now, do you do that now? You make clothes and shit?
Do you like?
Yeah, but
do
it's like
sketches?
it's again one of those arts. You just got. I just have been going at it for a while and.
Do you do like
just like
sketches
one
and shit
time.
like that, or like do
I
you
don't
sew?
like that process of it, but I do them. I'm trying to learn how to get better.
Do you
at
sew
them.
shit? Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'd love to see you do something with that shirt.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking of it already. Yeah.
Turn it into a skirt. You can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Do
something
something with it. Yeah. Do something with it and send me a picture. I would love to see that. Yeah.
Next project idea.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, Aqua. How about you, babe?
Yeah, I'm an artist, so I do
Nice.
like
Do you paint? Do you draw?
I
What do you
like
do?
to do more like makeup faces.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Love
Now
that.
I've always like painted and like I did a lot of like self portraits.
I draw stick figures.
Cool. He draws stick
I draw stick
figures.
figures.
Yeah, I'm not.
So
I'm,
do you?
I'm kind of not inspired at the moment, but I want to do like permanent.
So when you say
Oh, like
makeup,
the
do you
tattoo.
like tattoo makeup or like
Yeah.
do you get it? Okay, so you don't do
So like brows and
Okay.
lips.
like lip. Yeah, okay.
So I want to have my own businesses. I want to like be able to get my own salons and like
Yeah.
run my own booths and all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
That's what I really want to do. I also have other businesses. But,
Nice.
Businesses that you already have,
Yeah.
or
yeah, I have like a couple. Like I have a gym business, gym line, clothing wear.
Anything that you want
really?
to.
Better than yesterday.
yeah, I mean,
Anything you want to shout out on the
Better than yesterday.
Better Than Yesterday? What?
.com.
BetterThanYesterday.com. You heard it.
B. bty.com.
bty.com. You got it. Awesome.
We're on
So,
Instagram,
like,
Better Than Yesterday.
so how many more years do you think you ladies want to plan on doing this, or gonna do this, or what? Do you have anything in mind? You're still so young, so
Yeah.
My goal is honestly 6 months to a year.
nice.
I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie, that's my goal, but you know, I'm not gonna say that means transferring out of it completely 6 months to a year from now.
Right.
I'm saying I want a
It's hard to
different
walk away
main
from the money.
income.
Yes.
I'd rather build like other streams of income. Like this isn't just something
Yeah.
I could do, and because I don't like having to go like 5 times a week, 4 to 5.
Oh,
Sure,
God,
yeah,
I
That's
get
a
it.
lot. It's draining, and I like the money that comes with it, and
You know,
get there.
so when I was in the industry, the club that I worked at, we had a schedule. We weren't self-contracted. We didn't get paid by the club, but we had a schedule that we had to adhere to. So we were here on a written schedule these nights for these shifts, but it was totally different. It was like $25 per song in VIP. You got 20, the club got 5. So if you did 3 songs, you do the math, you get 60, the club gets 15. And, right, that's right. And, I just making sure. And, so the money was a lot different where I worked. But I feel like, how is that? So you guys work a lot differently than that. It's so much different nowadays. Is that?
Yeah, because like, and you guys can probably attest to this. Like, I don't think there's any other business in the world where if you get good enough at your job, you can literally work 20 to 25 hours a week
Yeah.
and make way more than enough money than you need to
Right.
take care of your bills and
Yeah.
shit.
Well, and see, I'm really only working like 25.
But you're
maybe 28
self-contracted,
hours
though.
a week,
You're
and
con-
that's
you're
4 or 5
self-contracted,
days, though,
Yeah,
so
so
correct.
make our own hours.
Right.
Make our own
Right,
hours,
you
we
can
come
cut them
in
short.
when we
It's no
want.
fucking
It's
40-hour
very
work
flexible.
week. And
No.
Right. So you're not an employee. You're an employee, but you're not an employee because you're self-contracted. But
It's a very flexible industry. you
Right.
know, like a lot of people have different lives, So
yeah,
it depends.
it allows you to have fun because you don't
Exactly.
have to.
right,
If you don't feel like getting up and going to work, you don't have to. You don't have to call out sick.
right,
You, don't,
Exactly.
you just don't
yeah,
go. If you
Yeah.
want to go out to dinner and drinks with your friends and you don't feel like going to work, you don't have to.
Exactly.
I love that aspect of it.
that's
I-
nice.
well-
But you have to pay for that contracting license though
Yeah.
through the city that you work.
Yeah.
Out
Okay.
here,
Speaking of that,
Right.
there's a license in New York, but it's from the state of
Isn't
New
it?
York, so you can work at any club in New York. I heard Miami's starting to do licenses now. When I worked in like Orlando and Daytona Beach, there was no license, but I heard Miami's doing licenses now. Have either one of y'all danced in Miami?
No.
No.
Vegas has license, kind of like
Vegas?
permit. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to get a license up there.
Yeah. Pay for it.
I like Vegas.
I love Vegas.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, probably one of the best times I ever had in a strip club was at Spearmint Rhino.
I love.
I love that place. What was really cool to me was when we walked in, I guess it was early in the night. It wasn't early for us because we got there, it was like 11 o'clock.
that's
'That's
early
But it was
for us.
between 11 and
It's
midnight.
late
We're
for
like,
us.
damn, it's
It's
late.
late for
not
me.
experimental.
And I walk in and I'm like, for some reason, I thought this club was going to be so much bigger. And then as the night went on and it turned into like early morning, you could see that as the club fills up, they just start like sliding these walls out of the way and the club just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we went in the back, we went in a private room, come out, and I'm like, why does it look so much bigger in here? And you can see where they used to have walls that kind of just slide out of the way. But I had a great time.
I must have had a great time too because I didn't catch any of
No,
that. Well,
Yeah.
I was probably drunk. Yeah. No, I
we
didn't
were
catch any
pretty
of that.
fucked up.
I mean, whatever, Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas is Vegas. Vegas is a good time.
I love Las Vegas.
That was a good time.
I've only been there a couple
I've
times.
spent
but
so much money in
Yeah.
Vegas for no reason.
Vegas is a good time for sure.
Okay, well, we're going to get ready to wrap up and get you ladies out of here. Is there anything you guys want to promote? Anything, websites, Instagrams, anything like that? Let the people know.
Let them know.
Better than yesterday on Instagram.
By
Twitter,
Nicoya, that's my brand, custom clothes.
There you go.
TikTok.
You've heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it.
Episode 3 in the books.
Oh, whoop, whoop.
Bye.
All right, now let's...